ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nightmare Vids, and in today's video we are going to be looking at the Walten file animatronics. Now if you don't know what Walten files is, it's basically a animal horror series made by this guy on the screen right here, and basically follows a Freddy Fazbear's Pizza like substance where they have Bond's Burgers and you have these really creepy animatronics that are possessed by souls that are trying to go out and murder people. This series is based off FNAF, and I really like this series, and so in today's video, we're going to be checking out a lot of the animatronics. Not the human characters, just all the animatronics. Now, I will gladly start off with Bond, since he is the first one in this group. Let's get right into him. So, Bond is one of the main showstoppers, and we don't know who he's exactly possessed by, but a lot of people say that he is possessed by Jack Walten, which is the founder of Bond's Burgers. Now, Bond has a very terrifying design. His design is based off a rabbit, as you can tell with how the nose shape is and then the ears. He looks a lot like a rabbit, obviously, because that's his design. And his design's very creepy. He's got these weird looking eyes that just look different ways, look very uncanny. He's got some pretty sharp teeth behind his 2 layers of buck teeth. He's got his red bow tie. He's got some pretty long ears. With a rabbit-like head shape, he's got a giant nose part. He's got a long torso with long arms and legs. Now, a lot of people don't know that one. They mainly look at this one, which is Damaged Bond, which looks exactly like normal Bond, except for his neck has wires on it. He has metal showing on his arms and legs. He's got a bunch of holes included in his chest, and he just is a lot dirtier. Now, Bond has been super disturbing throughout the series because Bond has been making a lot of deaths in this series. One time he killed a lady, and it's just very disturbing. Now, Bond is basically the main villain of this series, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people would say he's possessed by Jack Walten because of how evil he is compared to the other animatronics, and the other animatronics don't even really do much. But now, let's look on to our next animatronic in this series. So, next up, we got Shaw the Sheep, which is another one of the showstoppers. Now, Shaw the Sheep is possessed by Rosemary Walten, which is obviously Jack Walten's wife. And in one of the videos, we see Bond killing her and putting her into the Shaw the Sheep suit, which is pretty disturbing, and I'm pretty sure this is Jack Walten, like I said, that has possessed Bond. Now, Shaw's design is pretty creepy and uncanny. It is based off a sheep, obviously. Now, as you can see from the design, she's got this curly fur around her head. She's got this very creepy looking smile thing with some ears, long body, long arms and legs, with a collar around her neck that says Shaw on it, and then eyes look both different ways, which is pretty creepy. And her design overall is just disturbing, and you basically see her get killed and put into the Shaw suit, which is pretty disturbing. And since this character is obviously Jack Walten's wife, it makes it even more disturbing because we pretty much know that he stuffed her in that suit and killed her. Now there's a second design where she's in the suit and dead, or possessed, and this one she has the exact same type of hair, she's a lot more jagged. She's got these sharp horns with a bunch of holes in her suit, obviously showing her arms and leg endoskeletons, and the collar is still there. Now this is a pretty disturbing character, but now it's time to move on to the next character. Let's go and get right into that one. So, next up we have another rabbit character. Now this one is named Banny, and she's possessed by Susan Woodlings. Now Banny's design is like Bond's, but a little bit different. So Banny is a purple rabbit with purple cheeks and a purple bow tie, with this long legs, long arms, long stomach, has the same ears and face shape as Bond, with the buck teeth and also the smaller teeth around the mouth. And then there's also some white things underneath the eyes, and then the eyes themselves. Now, Banny is a very cool and unique character, and one of her deaths is pretty brutal. We see there's one of her covered in blood, and when she's destroyed, she has pretty much the exact same design as the other characters when they're destroyed, with their endoskeleton on their arms and legs showing. And overall, that design is much creepier. And there's not really much else to talk about Banny because we see her a bit, but not too much compared to the other characters. We don't get to see her as much. But now it's time to move on to another terrifying character. Let's go and get right into that one. So next up we got another one of the showstoppers, which his name is Buzu. Now Buzu is a magician like animatronic. He has the human appearance, is the appearance of a human, but and it has an animatronic like thing, which is pretty creepy, as it is like a human creepy animatronic. And he is possessed by Charlie Brooke. Now, his design is pretty creepy because he obviously looks like a human magician with the red type of tuxedo looking thing. He's got the white pants, the white sleeves on his arms with the white gloves. He's got his top hat, his big mustache with his mediumish hair and his bow tie, his nose and his eyes, and his design overall is pretty creepy. Now, there is a destroyed version of him, which obviously, like the other animatronics, has a bunch of their endoskeleton shown, but his is a bit different because the top part of his arm has no like clothing cover in it, compared to it normally being like the second part of the arm, which I think is pretty creepy. And he has a few different appearances, and they're all pretty terrifying, especially with his humanoid eyes, and they look pretty creepy. And overall, we don't get to see this character too much. We do see him appear a little bit, but like I said, we don't get to see him too much. And we actually do get to see his death in one of the videos, and this is what he looks like in his death. His face is all mingled up, and his eyes are pulled up, his mouth is pulled down. He's covered in blood, super creepy death and everything. But there is one more character that we have, which is this clown character. Let's go ahead and move on right to him. So our last character, or animatronic, is Billy the clown. Now his appearance is very terrifying, and he's not actually possessed. He is possessed by somebody, but we don't got a official name who he's possessed by. But let's take a look at his design. So his design appears as obviously a clown, which, as you know, clowns are very creepy, so his design is going to be very creepy. He has a pale white face with his button nose, these droopy eyes, this dirtyish red hair with a little white collar around his neck. You can see his clown outfit, like the green and then the yellow on it. There's the red buttons, red gloves, red boots, and red leggings. Now, there is something special about Billy, and it's that he has this VHS tape in the middle of his chest that plays a pretty creepy sound. And we see Bond kill him and stuff him into the Billy animatronic, which is pretty terrifying. And not like with some of the other characters, he doesn't have much to talk about because we don't get to see him too much, but we still see him enough to like this character. This design of him is very creepy, and I like this character a lot. And yeah, that's kind of all we have for him. I wish there was more talk about him. But yeah, that's the final animatronic we have for this list. So that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot and encourages me to do more videos like this. Now, you can also check out my analog core channel called Monsters in the Dark, where I make actual analog core videos. And if people wonder why I didn't put the pumpkin rabbit in, it's because I want to kind of maybe have him for like a different video. So if you want me to do a different video on him, stay tuned for that. But yeah, like I said, if for today's video, hope you all enjoyed. I will be seeing you all next week. Goodbye.